mind taking them and passing them down? Everyone good in the back? Yes? Chanel, you good? Yeah, Coach, we'll go ahead and get started.
Yeah, first just want to say thank you to our fans and our crowd for showing up today. I thought that was an awesome environment to start. When Luther returned that punt for a touchdown, crowd was into it. Our students were really loud and really appreciate our fans. And, you know, I know today wasn't always perfect and there's a lot of things we got to get corrected, but they stayed with us, and I really appreciate that, and our team appreciates that. So I really want to just say thank you to our fans. You know, from a team perspective, I thought our defense played really well, specifically in the third quarter, forcing those 2 turnovers. Offensively, we're still a work in progress. We can't get behind the chains with penalties. And again, the third and shorts in the first half really snuck up on us. And so the good news is we got to win. That's the goal every week. And we got an opportunity to continue to get better. And so that's what we're going to do. So I'll open up for questions.
Eliah, you referenced it, but I guess happy with the results of the change of punt return.
Well, he didn't field the punts, but he picked them up off the ground pretty good.
You kind of hold your breath when he does that. I know he did that in high school at work for him, but a little more dangerous here.
When you're on turf, it's not as bad, but when you're on the grass, it's really scary. So, yeah.
Coach, Dominic obviously had a huge game today. We haven't seen that good of a game from a receiver at Missouri in a few years. How good did it feel seeing a guy like Dominic Lovett, who lit it up in the spring game, said he wanted to come and kill this year? How did it feel seeing him have a big day?
Yeah, I mean, that's 2 weeks in a row, and really 3 weeks that he's played pretty well. Obviously, the ball got to him a couple of times through design plays, and then obviously, you know, we had one late that we missed. That was another one. But, you know, he's got great speed. We've been able to settle him in at the slot position, and he continues to get better and better. And so it's just on us to continue to work that connection between him and Brady and the protection and getting all 11 guys doing their job. But he adds a different element to us. You know, I thought Luther really did some nice things to complement what Damo was able to do.
Coach, Brady was telling us earlier this week that he needed to work on his footwork, particularly on those deep balls. How did he do it today?
I mean, we hit one of them, so that was good. We got you know, I think we had a little bit of a leakage on protection on the last one. The ball came out of his hand a little early. So, yeah, I mean, it's never just one person. You know, we got to make sure our protection's clean. We were taking a shot down there, backed up, and a 4-man rush got to us. So, you know, there's some things that we got to get cleaned up to provide the quarterback the comfort to be able to do that.
I know it's probably tough to assess without really looking at film, but you mentioned the protection, and I think 5 holding penalties on your line.
Yeah, it's killer.
How big a concern is the offensive line right now?
Yeah, I mean, we got to go back and look and see what the best five guys are, to be honest. And you know, we can't hold. We put a couple guys in there, and then they got holding penalties. And so we gotta go back and find out what the best 5. What is the best 5? Obviously, X was out today, but we got to go figure that out because penalties and poor execution doesn't win in this league. I mean, I hope this week we'll find out on Tuesday if he can practice. He tried to go Wednesday and made it through about half the practice, and then Thursday wasn't ready to roll. So.
Coach, pretty consistent rotation with the running backs today. Was that kind of what you wanted to see, and did any of them kind of emerge as you know, the top back today?
No, not really. I mean, that was kind of the design. We wanted to start Nate, let him get a couple carries, and then have a change of pace with Elijah. And then if Nate was pounding them, and then, you know, kind of our first and third with Cody Strader would be the same style of back and have that change of pace. There was some good and the bad. Hard to assess because, as we've talked about, we had 5 holding penalties and even took a touchdown off the board with 1 at the slot position. So, you know, it's going to be a little bit muddy to assess, but we'll go back and see and figure out who practices this week.
Luther came back in the game, but was it on that, I think, third punt return?
Yeah, it was the penalty they picked up. Yep.
Did that look like a horse collar or something from your vantage point?
I've donated enough money today, right, to our cause. What are we doing back there, babe? Daydreams? Yeah, yeah. So I'm not doing anything else with that. We've done enough. I didn't. I saw it and was nervous about his ankle, but I don't know if it was whatever. I trust that if they waved it off, they waved it off.
Coach, noticed the change at punter with Jackson House getting that first couple of looks. Big reason for bringing this game.
Yeah, competition. It's not a positions are not guaranteed. All right, if you're not performing at the level that you have to perform, we've got a lot of good players in this roster, and they deserve an opportunity to display to us that they have the ability to do it. And the competition was really close in fall camp, and we just felt like after the first 3 punts, it wasn't consistent enough for us not to let Jack have his opportunity, and I thought he made the most of it.
After last week's game, you talked about the need to start quicker, and I think it's been 2 offensive touchdowns in the last 90 minutes before the second half. What did you see from the team as far as how do you promote more of those quicker starts, and what do you continue to work on to make sure you get up to put some more points on the board offensively?
I'm not sure I understand the stat, but I do understand the question. It always comes down to designing the playmakers the ball and being able to execute. And so I think we got to continue to design the offense around our playmakers and continue to execute without penalty, without self-inflicted wounds.
And how did the defense kind of help you guys out in the second half, especially after that rake straw interception? It seemed like it sparked your offense a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I think we drove the ball to midfield, had a 3rd and 1, and didn't get it again. And then our defense came out and got the interception. We went down and scored and gave us some energy right there. So that was positive.
What'd you think of that play by Ennis? I mean, it looked like he
It's a tremendous play. It was very physical on the perimeter. He knocked the blocker into the path of the bubble. Ball hit him, and then it's a heck of a reaction to make that interception. And then he forced the fumble on the very next drive. So 2 really good plays for him. That's his first career interception, and so I know he's really excited about that.
Coach, I know you won the game like 20 minutes ago, and one of your core values over there is just to enjoy the journey.
Yeah.
Now. But looking ahead to Auburn,
Yeah.
What's going to be your biggest point of emphasis at practice this week, heading into Detroit?
Yeah, it's really not going to have anything to do with him. It's going to have to do everything with us. All right. After watching this performance today, the focus has all got to be about the Mizzou Tigers and how do we execute? How do we not have self-inflicted wounds? How do we take care of the football? How do we tackle a lot better? I didn't think we tackled particularly well in the first half. And so that, to me, is what it's going to be all about. It's about how do we improve? How do we focus? Let's focus on the things that we can control. And for me, that's going to be the emphasis. Starting, we already talked about it in the locker room, but starting tomorrow when we get back to the practice fields, it's going to be about us being better in fundamentals and technique, and it's really not about the opponent.
Anything else for Coach?
Besides the position change with Dominic, did you see anything? What did you see this offseason that put him in this position to be producing like this?
I mean, I think we've always seen it. We knew he was an electric player. We've known that since we've been recruiting him. And I think the consistency that he's approached every day with, and I think the consistency, the young man is a competitor. And there's another guy out there that he's competing, he'll always compete with himself, but he wants to let everybody know he's from East St. Louis too.
Thank you, sir.
All right, MIC, thank y'all.